Ericsson WTA Tour allows on-court coaching. You can do it now during a set once or between sets. And Groenefeld just received a visit from Dirk Deer, her coach. Neither Lindsay nor I is fluent in German.
We've got our German dictionaries out trying to translate this.
Du spielst super. Bist absolut ebenbürtig und schickst ein bisschen rechts, links.
There's my question. And you're a player, and you're competing, and you're in the middle of a match. Do you hear any of that?
I didn't have a lot of experience with the on-court coaching. I used it just once or twice.
59.
It's so hard as a tennis player. You're so programmed to be out there by yourself.
That's why I'm asking, exactly.
And, you know, some players look up to their coaches and get the signals and get talked to, even though that is illegal. I was not one of those. So for me, I much preferred to just handle it on my own. And same with Venus, her coach. Her mom, neither her mom nor her dad is courtside or mic, meaning they can't come on the court. We did see the on-court coaching quite a bit in Indian Wells last week, and it was really amazing to see the difference in certain coaches' delivery of their message, how the players were responding.
Which player seemed to use the most?
Craig Carden did an excellent job with Ana Ivanovic. Okay. Fortunately, she lost here earlier today, but was very positive in getting the message across what he wanted to see out on the court. We saw Dinara Safina's coach basically just break her down, told her she was playing terrible and the match was going to be over in 5 minutes and walk off the court. And
okay, that's an interesting school.
It's an interesting contrast.
40.
Groenefeld willing to just swing away. You've got to like her approach in that sense, Lindsay.
She has to play that way. Her best chances are shorter rallies, 2-3 shot at the most, and she's going to take a lot of unforced errors, but if you're looking at a strategic standpoint, it's her best chance.
Right here on these second serves.
A lot of times that's the best opportunity you get from Venus to step in and try and control the rally.
Game.
That was a good one. And so Venus able to hold, beginning the second set. It's our spring time here in America. A lot of folks focusing back into the professional tennis world. So a little movement in the Sony Ericsson WTA rankings.
Serena Williams needing to still win a few matches to retain that #1 ranking, even though Dinara Safina lost. Elena Jankovic, will start to see her in the coming months start to fall down those rankings after a few early round losses this year. And Zvonareva with a lot of upside potential, winning in Indian Wells, still alive here so far.
Yeah, she jumped Venus in the ranks because of the Indian Wells win. And then, of course, there's Victoria Azarenka. She's one of the rising young stars. She's cracked the top 10.
Her first week in the top 10, and really has a good chance in that bottom half of the draw with Safina and Jankovic. Excuse me, Jankovic was in the top half, but Safina and Ivanovic going out. An exciting time for her.
Do you remember your first top 10 appearance?
Absolutely.
You remember it?
Impossible not to remember all those milestones.
Yeah,
and really top 100 and then top 20.
So that was a
10.
significant moment to you, top 10.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It was one of those circumstances where I hit it while I was at home, not playing a tournament by virtue of a player ranked ahead of me losing some ranking points. But you always dream about saying I was top 10 in the world, especially in tennis. First time I became ranked #1, I was waiting to play a match in Filderstadt, Germany, in a tiny little tennis club, and in the back room, Martina Hingis was playing, and if she lost or I had won that day, I would hit one, and she uncharacteristically lost, and I remember sitting there crying in the locker room before right before I walked out to play my match, and had to get it together rather quickly. But
did you?
Yeah, but it was a pretty emotional moment. The first time to hit one.
30-15.
I ran out to find my coach at the time, Robert Vantoff, and was crying and hugging, and it's like, you got to go out and play. You better. Well, we'll talk about this later.
The service.
Forehand of Venus is held so far today.
It's a side that everyone talks about so much breaking down, and really because her backhand is so good, it's one of the best shots in women's tennis, and her technique is not quite as sound on that forehand side. Tends to fly on her in the wrong times.
Game, Groenefeld. 1 game more.
A hold for Groenefeld. Venus has only had 7 errors off the ground in this match.
She hasn't really had a lot of chances to dictate the match and therefore accumulate the unforced errors. Groenefeld with a lot of early errors, a lot of early big shots, a lot of big serves, and not giving Venus any rhythm, and normally it's Venus that does that to the opponent.
We're noticing Groenefeld is, she's down adjusting. She's got these ankle, those are braces. I assume it's precaution.
Some severe strapping on her ankles. I would assume she's probably rolled her ankles a few times in the past, and it's prevention.
So a rally by Gael Monfils, and he's leveled with Safin. The winner plays Andy Roddick.
Either way, that'll be a great match. Roddick Monfils or Roddick Safin.
So still almost 60% winning on her second serve.
Game Williams.
There's another one. Venus continues to skate through on serve in the second.